You might drive past a big mega mansion like this and wonder who actually owns this, and the answer is probably nobody. And the reason that is people use tax advantages called a living trust, and now it's actually called a revocable living trust. So actively, the head trustee manages this trust under an LLC. Now, the LLC, let's say this property was worth $20 million. It's prevented from being sued. It's prevented from having the assets taken because it's protected under the LLC. Now, the LLC is managed by the head trustee, who's in charge of all the decisions while that person is alive. Now, how a revocable living trust works is while it is open, while the person is alive, they are allowed to make addendums to who receives the trustee beneficiaries when they pass away. So essentially, they can revoke those terms or they can add on to those terms. But like, let's say a house here, like this is a $40 million mega mansion right here. Now, what they use is called a tax advantage, is basically you can write off the depreciation of the home itself, not the land. So this is the biggest misunderstanding about large properties. Let's say for every $10 million that this house is worth, the land is worth $2 million. So there's $8 million of house and $2 million of land. You can write off for 27 and a half years the house depreciation. I know that might sound crazy, but while the house is actually appreciating in value, there's a tax loophole that allows you to write off the depreciation, which for every $10 million would be about $290,000 per year. So let's just say you had a person who was like an active doctor who owned the practice and they were making, let's be conservative and say it was $350,000. They could write off $290,000 for every $10 million in land that they own under an LLC, meaning they would only pay tax on like $70,000. So then what happens is if they want to step up or step down in real estate, as long as it's a like style purchase, meaning it's a similar home, maybe just a little more expensive, they don't have to pay capital gains tax. And they can keep this cycle going, meaning they can continue to grow their asset wealth. And then when they pass away, they can transfer that. Now, here's the biggest loophole. The step up clause is the single biggest tax loophole, because if they keep the property and they don't sell it before they pass away and it's under an LLC, they can transfer it directly to the trustee beneficiaries with no probate court, meaning it's seamless and the privacy of the trustees is kept in private. So no one ever knows that this property was ever